Everyday carry flashlights are a staple in a kit, but with so many options out there, I would argue that you really can't go wrong with any option you buy in 2024. But with that said, each option has its quirks, pros, and cons. The Ledlenser P4X is no exception. This model has an adjustable focus head, which is not only a dying breed, but absolutely unique on such a small form factor. It's also one of the smallest of the Ledlenser's lineup as a backup flashlight when you're on a job site or find yourself needing some extra lumens beyond your phone. I've owned this now for a few months after having lost my Anker Boulder P2 a few years back, and we'll share a few pros and cons. But first, let's get some specs out of the way. The output is 120 lumens and the beam distance is about 80 meters. The weight is, as you can see here, just about 57 grams, and the length is about 147 millimeters, or about 5.8 inches, as you can see there, just about, or just under 6 inches. And the diameter, 15 maybe to 17 millimeters, just over half an inch. The power source is two AAA batteries with a battery life of approximately 20 hours in its lowest setting. It's made out of aluminum and it's an IP standard of IPX4. Now, the first pro is of course the absolute slimness of the flashlight. Pen flashlights offer a discrete form factor that are slim but still offer the robustness of an aluminum body that we all want gripping a full flashlight. It's easy to find a small flashlight, but pen flashlights offer some of the best compromise between size and robustness. The second pro is of course its focus head. I remember my dad used to carry around an old school full-size Maglite flashlight in the family car, and I just assumed all flashlights had the focus head. But they don't. And this harks back to a traditional setup that I think makes manipulating photons in a good old analog way. With ease of adjustability with one hand, this pen flashlight is a joy to hold and use. Third pro is its on and off function. I appreciate how there's a dual function with a button where you can slightly press the button to toggle between modes and a full click to turn on and off. It allows for quick choice selection between the two modes, which is a low and a high mode. Fourthly is the lightweight nature of it. At 55 to 57 grams, it's barely noticeable and doesn't add any noticeable weight to your gear. Okay, so it also definitely has some cons, which is that the LED light itself is a bit muted. It's hard to describe as it throws light well, but it feels like the focus head requires some distortion and doesn't inspire confidence for anything beyond 20 feet, as it almost feels like there's a thin mist in front of the lens. Secondly is how it's only rated for IPX4, which is basically for some average rain. It's annoying to think that in a downpour or an accidental few drops into water would compromise the flashlight. And that's really it for the cons. It's a wonderful pen flashlight that will be phased out, it seems, as I purchased mine from Amazon.de, which seems to be a specific Euro spec, as the P4X isn't even on the Ledlenser's US website. In conclusion, pen flashlights offer a load of functionality and portability that slightly larger flashlights can't. They bring somewhat of a backhand surgical feel while keeping a slim form factor that most aluminum body flashlights tend to compromise. Without creating a noticeable bulge in one's pocket, the P4X is an awesome everyday carry with a good old analog focus head that reminds me of my dad's Maglite. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.